A new study shows 44% of homeowners experience some kind of buyer's remorse. Their top regret is not choosing a bigger home. That surprised me. Joining us now is Bob Massi. He's host of The Property Man.
Mr. Varney.
Yeah. What surprises me in this study is that people get remorse because they didn't buy a bigger home. I thought the trend was towards smaller and smaller homes, and we were happy with smaller and smaller homes. What's going on?
Well, we're happy with smaller homes because they're affordable, and that's the reason why people were upset, Stuart, because they recognize, particularly young families, that there's going to be a growth pattern here. They're going to have a family, but because of the cost and because of the way the economy is, insofar as are people making enough money, they settle for something less, and then they're in there for a year, and they're saying, wow, how am I going to remodel? I have to convert the garage. Well, what about the attic? Maybe I'll convert that into something. So people get into the cost of remodeling, and they're saying, I wish I'd have bought an extra 500 to 1,000 square feet, but they just couldn't afford it. So that's where part of the remorse comes from.
When you real estate guys sit around and discuss the state of the market and where it's going, and I know you do, that's what you do for a living.
Yes, sir.
Don't you get together and say, you know, we really need tax cuts. We really need to get the economy going. We really need growth. We really need the Trump growth agenda. I'll bet that's what you're saying.
I said before I came on, God, I'd love to be in that discussion today. The answer to that question is certainly. One of the things that, ladies and gentlemen, that I represent that are investors, they want capital gains to be cut. I mean, you get capital gains down, Stuart, you're going to see property moving. You get some tax cuts where you get some more write-offs. It's going to fund money, obviously, into small businesses. People are going to grow. There's this philosophy out there by those who are on the left that, oh, yeah, it's just for the rich and they're going to keep it. That's just not what history shows. If people that are successful are able to get some taxes, they want to grow their business. It's another salary for an employee. It's another investment to buy. That's what will spark the economy. But the way it is right now, I'm not optimistic at all about what I'm seeing every day from the Republicans, particularly relates to real estate.
Is that the general view amongst people in the real estate industry, whether you represent individual buyers or whether you represent investors? The general view is disappointment at this point?
Here's the one thing that I hang out with some nice people, and one of the things that we all say, regardless of what you may say about Schumer and Pelosi, you know exactly where they stand. There's no gray area. What we are saying about those in the Republican Party is that we believe, and myself, that they're the ones that are really sabotaging President Trump. That those people that are smiling will put a knife in his back because deep down they don't really like the guy because they know that he's going to just basically dress them down if he has to. It's just amazing, and you've heard it all over again, how many years they've had to fix these problems, and we're now 7-8 months into it. And the businessmen and women that I know, they're saying, for God's sake, why can't we get this tax thing going? Because it'll move the economy. It's really sabotage at its best while they're smiling at him saying they're his friends. And that's my problem with the Republicans.
The Property Man, Bob Massi, I think you summed it up very, very well. Right there, Bob. I'll watch the show this weekend. Thanks very much indeed, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.